There are four types of communicators that every single person can be categorized into. There are the reds who are driven by power and results, always focused on winning and moving forward fast. The greens who are driven by peace and stability, preferring calm environments and meaningful, steady relationships. The blues who are driven by logic and structure, constantly analyzing details and striving for perfection in everything. And then the yellows who are driven by fun and connection, bringing energy, creativity, and excitement into conversations. Understanding these four personality colors has allowed me to connect deeply with almost everyone I meet globally. Even when we have nothing in common, I can still build instant trust and meaningful communication. In this video, you'll discover how to identify your color and unlock your unique communication style. You'll also uncover the hidden problems each personality type faces that silently ruin conversations every day. And finally, you'll learn how to speak each color's language so you can connect with absolutely anyone. Because if you don't learn this, communication will continue to feel confusing, inconsistent, and frustrating. But imagine walking into any room and instantly understanding how to connect with every single person there, knowing what drives them, what they fear, and exactly how to speak so they truly understand you. That's the power you're about to unlock, and it all starts with understanding communication colors. This system was created by Thomas Erikson, and it simplifies human behavior into four powerful communication styles. According to Surrounded by Idiots, every individual operates with a dominant personality color that shapes how they communicate daily. Even though we all have traits from every color, one style naturally becomes our default communication pattern. Let's break down these four personality types so you can quickly recognize yourself and others. Reds are bold, competitive, and highly focused on results, often making decisions quickly without hesitation. Yellows are energetic, expressive, and love social interaction, bringing excitement and creativity into conversations naturally. Greens are calm, supportive, and value stability, preferring cooperation and avoiding unnecessary conflict or pressure. Blues are analytical, detail-oriented, and logical, always seeking accuracy, structure, and clarity before making decisions. Now here's how you can identify your color quickly using three simple but powerful questions. First, ask yourself if you are more introverted or extroverted in social situations and interactions. Second, determine whether you rely more on logic or emotions when making important decisions. Finally, observe your communication speed. Do you speak quickly with energy or slowly with careful thought? Once you answer these questions honestly, your dominant color becomes clear and easy to identify. Here's the truth most people never realize about communication, and it quietly destroys connections every single day. Most people communicate based on their own personality style, assuming others will naturally understand their way of speaking. But communication isn't about how you prefer to speak. It's about how the other person prefers to receive. When two people with the same communication style interact, everything feels smooth, natural, and almost effortless. But when different personality colors interact, misunderstandings begin to appear almost instantly without either realizing why. Reds may come across as aggressive and overly direct when speaking to calmer or more emotional personalities. Yellows can feel overwhelming or unfocused because of their high energy and fast, idea-driven communication style. Greens might appear indecisive or passive because they prioritize harmony over confrontation or quick decision-making. Blues can seem overly critical or too detail-focused, which can slow down conversations and frustrate others. I experienced this personally in my own life, especially in close relationships where communication matters the most. I'm naturally expressive and energetic, but when I spoke that way, it didn't always create understanding. Not because the other person didn't care, but because I wasn't speaking in a way they could connect with. This is the breakthrough moment. If you only communicate in your own style, you limit your connections. Real connection begins when you adapt your communication to match the other person's natural way of thinking. Now comes the most powerful part, learning how to adapt your communication style to connect with absolutely anyone. Think of this as your communication superpower, the ability to adjust your message depending on who you're speaking with. When speaking to Reds, focus on being direct, confident, and straight to the point without unnecessary explanations. Avoid long stories or too much background, because Reds value speed, efficiency, and clear actionable outcomes. When speaking to yellows, bring energy, enthusiasm, and positivity to keep them engaged and interested. Don't overload them with details. Instead, keep things fun, creative, and open for exploration and ideas. When communicating with greens, slow down your pace and create a calm, supportive, and pressure-free environment. Avoid rushing decisions, because greens value stability, trust, and feeling comfortable before taking action. When speaking to blues, focus on logic, structure, and providing clear data to support your message. Avoid vague statements, because blues need accuracy, clarity, and well-thought-out reasoning before trusting information. As Bruce Lee said, be like water, adaptable, and able to flow into any situation effortlessly. The goal isn't to change who you are, but to expand how you communicate with different types of people. When you master this skill, conversations become easier, connections become deeper, and opportunities begin to multiply.